then man, oh man, do we have a banger for you today. I'm so pumped. Just to clarify, I'm filling in for
All right,
Brian right
boys, it
now.
just
He's
started,
currently
boys.
in father mode.
Oh, I thought Brian looked a little different, so that kind of
right.
explains it. So yeah, no,
But yeah, I'm super pumped. Nolan, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, and just also would shout out to Brian out there. I want to say congrats again on that, and we miss you, but we hope you're enjoying yourself here. But apart from that, I'm super stoked for today's stream. Like, we have so much amazing content to like go over today. A lot to reveal. New hero. It's amazing. But before we get into any of that, folks out there, we need to have this little heart-to-heart here, okay? It's about Twitch drops, all right? We go over this every time, but still, I don't want you to miss out on a thing. So before we
Twitch
get
drops
further,
back.
make sure you have linked your UB Connect account to your Twitch account. That way, for every 30 minutes you're watching with us, you're going to get a scavenger crate. And at the end of the show, we're going to pick some lucky winners to win a grand prize of either 100k steel or the brand new hero, the Sohei. That'd be amazing.
I'm super hyped.
All right.
I love that spiel you do.
It's
awesome.
good. Well,
It's
thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. I try. Look, I've refined it over like way too many.
I should run that in the background.
Yeah.
We've also just had the phase 1 of Friend or Foe wrap up this past weekend. This was our 4v4 Dominion tournament. It was awesome. Thank you everyone who participated, and congrats to the winning team, EOM of Theseus. You can see the players right there. Super awesome stuff. You can also see the bracket of the finals day. Super awesome stuff. We had a bunch of reverse sweeps. We had a bracket reset at the end. Just a nice little cherry on top. It was awesome. And big shout out to everyone on production. We had Spatter New Nutella, our tournament organizers who organized everything. It was super good. We had Verbalocity and Vivid Naz, our casters. We had Jones on the analyst desk. Super awesome stuff, keeping everyone entertained all the way through. And we had Norgos as well, who made a recap video of all the open qualifiers, and it was seriously awesome. So thank you all very much for that. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love our competitive scene, honestly. Like, I've always been a big supporter of like For Honor, like in the competitive scene, and so like watching the friend v foe, these matches are just like seeing For Honor played at the highest level is just really inspiring to see. So it's awesome. Very cool. So
There we go.
Get
my steel, my
circuit,
crates.
right?
Yeah. Keep in mind that the finalists are now going to be allowed to break off into their own respective teams, so they get a direct buy into the 2v2 close qualifier happening at some time in Year 8 Season 3. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be dropping it on our socials, so be sure to follow us there to stay up to date. But we'll speak more about that when we get closer. But in the meantime, you can join the Discord, the For Honor Discord, and come hang out, talk about your favorite stuff, talk about Sohei. Maybe. We don't know. We'll see.
I hope Sohei's good, man. Can't wait to see what's going on.
Relevant, honestly.
I think so.
But yeah, we've got some awesome stuff to show today. I'm super pumped. You know, we have our new hero with a deep dive on the gameplay and animation. It's gonna be great. We have a new feature that's gonna be live tomorrow, so that I'm sure you're all gonna love. We're also gonna go over that. We've got patch notes with someone I think you're familiar with. I think his name is JC. I'm not sure. You know what? I don't know. Wait, we'll see.
Spoilers, a little spoilers, but yeah.
And we also have a free week starting tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Which is sick.
Free week.
Right. So no excuse not to come in, play for a week, enjoy the hero.
That's good. Maybe you'll get new players.
It's going to be great.
For a bit.
So yeah, stick around, grab your popcorn, do whatever you need to do, because we're going to get into all the juicy stuff. We got the details segment next, but before that, we're going to roll a little gameplay trailer. Nice. Take it away, Max.
Fuck with the gameplay trailer. I wish we just get a new map though.
Demon, soul collector. So some call me, but I take only the worthy to honor the fallen. Their souls fight with me. Rest within my every weapon.
Oh, okay. So Sohei, when he beats somebody, he keeps their weapon to honor them, I guess, and use them.
I am master of the seven. Through me, pure might awakens. I will teach others the ways of the Sohei, and we will be.
You got a fan? No, you don't. Might be a different execution or something.
Bit more readable. That way, it will improve the gameplay experience a lot. But you can still customize that main weapon, that Kamiari, because the variations are incredible on this one. They're really, really pretty.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see actually
Yeah.
all the different stuff, the different variations. Do you want to get into a bit more of the actual concepts behind the hero?
Yeah. So a lot of the armor sets of the Sohei are inspired by theater. So we have No and Kabuki theater elements in those. You can see the No theater inspiration in that demonic mask that he's got. The first set is a bit more monastic. It's a bit more
Where's
putting
that?
things together and gathering them from different sources, that collection
Oh,
sort of
okay.
idea.
Almost had a fucking
So
stroke.
things are a little bit more ragged. It's giving this
Monastic.
idea that he's not quite the ideal monk, despite being a monk. And
Oh, he got the
we've
little
got
beads.
a whole bunch of different supernatural elements that are included throughout a lot of his sets. So you'll find things like one particular necklace is a design that's made to ward off demons. In
He's
his
showing us sets already?
second set, he's got one long white wig, which is usually associated with the supernatural. A sort of braided belt and arm work, also something that is often done to
Okay,
ward off
bucket.
demons.
Bucket hat.
The second set especially is very, very theatrical and really beautiful.
I like the one with the basket on his head.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
Your basket.
Real-
We're talking
real
about
headgear.
bucket.
The demon imagery also calls back to Oniwaka's own childhood.
I
because,
fuck with that
It
one.
was so grotesque that he was called a demon
crazy.
child, essentially, and so he's kind of appropriated that, and
Well,
it
that's-
also kind of
You know, Heihachi. Got the
his
Heihachi
ability
here.
to, to prove himself.
Am I saying his name right?
Because
I feel like it's
he was
Heihachi.
outcast
Tekken
all
8.
his life.
Well, Tekken in general.
That's him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man's cool.
Awesome.
go do some of all
and
of
I
these.
believe that we can also see some of his weapons as well. I think we can head there. Give Max a sec. Oh, we have the second row.
Yes. Yeah.
It looks awesome.
A lot of armors here. Yeah. That cloth too around his helmet. It's all hand sculpted.
Mm.
So really a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah, these Jones
Again,
look
let's pay
nice.
like attention to the basket because I mean, come on, you can do your laundry and fight. I mean,
Highly. We said he's super versatile. so
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go. There you go.
Very, very adaptable.
Awesome. I love
Yeah, these
arrow
Jones
as well.
solid. I'm actually
Yeah,
I'm
that's
curious
like-
what to see what people do and how the material looks on these.
Looks super nice.
To be
And
honest,
the main weapon.
I
is
like
what?
the black.
I forget what the.
The Kama
That's what I'm
Yari.
gonna do.
Yari.
Black.
Kama
I
Yari.
think that
So
the, that's the Heihachi
Got a
hair
lot
to
of
me.
Kama
I think I'm
Yari.
gonna be rocking that, bro.
Yeah.
All black fit. That joint look tough.
Okay.
yeah.
Tomorrow we going crazy.
He's got a saw. He's got.
Anybody see
Got
when
a
you
bomb?
see this? Pull up to the stream. You get in my games, y'all. We grinding out the new character
There you
Now
go.
we're getting
Weapons.
into the
now we
weapons.
can
Here
look
we
at the
go.
weapons.
These just look
weapons.
incredible.
And here's a reminder
These
for,
are- these
for
are
players that
overloaded.
every weapon set that you see here, they have a name, but they've also lore behind them. The lore is always on the website, so
I
if
like
you go check
that.
out the
I like
character
the
page, then you can see
silver
every
with the
weapon
red
name set,
handles.
every weapon set's name, and the story behind them as well.
Awesome. Awesome.
There's lore everywhere.
Lore
We're
everywhere.
hiding it.
Yeah. Like lore hoarders.
Yeah.
That's it. I love that they gets increasingly more detailed every
Oh,
time.
yes.
They look so.
Oh, I like
nice.
that gold one.
So
That
intricate.
joint is fire.
Kama Yari fans are
Who does
frothing
this?
at the mouth.
Shout out to them. Trying
Love
to
this
do
one.
a great job
It's like the
with the
blue
fashion.
blade kinda.
They would just add a little bit more.
The white at the end.
Just like the blue blades.
Little
Oh,
duck
yeah.
looking joint.
So nice. Awesome.
That one's gotta hurt.
Oh yeah, no.
They all
Yeah.
gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Can't feel
Well,
good.
I mean, geez.
Especially
Yeah.
taking that out somebody.
Oh wow, these are so nice.
You get killed by them and you
I
admire.
just thought about it.
Mhm.
I'm not in the way.
Of course.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
You're like mad about it, but kind of happy
Yeah.
about it at the same
Yeah.
time. You're not
gotta
sure.
respect it.
Yeah.
I feel like I
Better
seen
than getting killed with like
basket
a
before.
sickle, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it's a work of art at least.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like the more
And I
simpler
believe too,
looks though.
What's up,
Yes.
and everybody out there?
JC.
We are super excited to dive into the gameplay segment, and who
JC.
better to walk us through all the things you know and love than our Lord and
The
Savior
goat right
JC.
there.
Welcome back to the couch, sir.
Hello, hello. I'm back from my legion of adoring fans. I was looking at chat.
I know.
I don't know what's going on.
They were calling
Thank you,
for you.
I guess. I don't know.
I heard somebody even say like they feel that you need to be arriving with some sort of like a re-entrance.
Yeah,
music,
we
like
should try to do that at
maybe.
some point. It could be kind of cool.
Fine. I think Stone Cold's would work pretty well.
We gotta
So
get
I'll
JC a
throw that
different
out there.
hoodie.
That works pretty
Makes
well.
sense.
Well, great.
So like
Glad
JC
to
only
have
wear
you
this
here.
hoodie. He like
So
me
we
for
have
real.
a new face
We
on the
gotta.
couch with
I wear
us
2
today.
different hoodies.
Mike, welcome
but-
aboard.
Thank you very
We gotta
much.
get him a new
Thank you.
hoodie.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have you. Mike, this is your first time on the Warriors Den with us. Do you want to kind of introduce yourself to the audience and let them know what you do?
Yeah, it's new face. Yeah, let's talk
Mike
about
not even
myself a
holding
little bit.
controller right.
I've been on the project for a few months
I
now.
don't trust him.
So I'm the new game design team lead
me stop talking
here on
shit.
the For Honor team.
Nice.
What does that mean? I'm responsible for the game design team. Yeah. What do we do?
I'll take
We
that
make
back.
game
League
modes,
game
we
design.
do balance. We do a whole bunch of things to make excellent content for
Balance.
players out there.
Nice.
And my job is to make sure that the team has nothing standing in their way, make sure that they have what they need to give the players out there the best thing that players deserve, of course. There's one piece of the puzzle that I haven't mentioned, though. That's why I'm here today, is heroes.
Yeah.
We do heroes as well. So
Wait, we do heroes? Is that
we
is
do
that a thing
heroes.
we
We
do?
do heroes. Yeah, they
Kinda
don't
once in
appear
a
at all.
while.
So it's not just JC. It's like it's in fact we have a team that does.
Yeah,
it.
there's definitely a team
There is a
behind
large
us, like hardcore.
That's good. Well, that's amazing, and it definitely took a team to build this beast of a hero. So we are super stoked to check it out.
Sohei.
And I guess
Ooh,
without
yo.
further ado,
Even though I always
can you
see
tell
him,
us about
I
it?
might need to get
So
like
let's
a
jump
For
into
Honor
gameplay here.
figurines.
So, we're gonna show
Have 'em
this
set
is
up.
live. We're doing it live today.
Okay.
So let's see how this goes.
Yes.
Bear with us.
If I'm bad at blocking, it's my fault.
This is true.
Goodness.
So,
Look at that Heihachi look, bro.
We've done here
I don't know what
also,
his name is, bro. If y'all play Tekken, y'all know what I'm talking about.
just
He
jump
got his
straight
hair
into
just
it.
like
So,
this, y'all. It looks
so
so
let's start with the
good.
basics. Every hero has this. We have our light attacks. You
Okay.
can throw those, of course, in every single direction. You'll notice
There's a chain.
I'm not getting blocked here. I'm not
Oh,
getting kind
okay.
of cancelled out. Every light attack for
Enhanced,
this hero,
right?
every light opener attack for this hero, I should say, is enhanced.
Okay.
So you kind of, you'll see later why this is very important.
Yeah.
So those are our lights. We have, of course, heavies as well. In every single direction.
Okay.
Pretty standard stuff.
I'll chain 'em.
Everything you kind
Jeez.
of
Who let me
expect us to
chain?
do.
And those heavies are pretty slow, but
Yes.
so I know some people are going to be worried about that.
Right.
But don't worry, we thought of everything. It's going to be all good.
This nigga got his hand ready to bring out any other weapon to put his
That's getting
fucking hands
started.
on you.
There's so much more to show
Yo,
here.
he looks so
Now you
cool,
might be
yo.
around the world, I might need to engage. So we have a light dodge attack, get you into combat right away.
Okay.
There we go, light attack. We also have a heavy dodge attack.
Yeah.
A sprint attack, sorry.
I don't know if
Run
that's gonna be a
around,
good chase.
Get into combat.
Shit
jump
is
into
better
the
than
air
yours.
With that Yari, smack opponent in the face.
Chip
Dodge
damage
attacks.
as well.
We have light and heavy there, right?
Light and heavy sprint
I
attacks.
wonder why.
This will all be explained.
It's about to be devious. For them talking like that,
It's usual. Big
Um,
swipe, big trajectory
hopefully
there.
that's feightable.
Scary, scary thing. It's
Yep.
very usual.
Yo, tomorrow, y'all, we eating,
We
bro.
have a forward
We're gonna try to get a lot, okay?
dodge bash as an opener. Now that's going to lead into stuff. We're going to get into that in a second. Just know that's a very important move for this hero.
He
Now
looks
let's
so
go into
cool,
the chase.
y'all.
Let's get into the good stuff.
We have dodge attacks as well, right? So we
We
have
have-
like side dodge and front
We have
dodge.
the side dodge.
could be a
we can do
main.
those. Yeah, here we go.
I know I'm glazing immediately,
Lift,
but
light
I like
attack.
big characters.
Right, light attack. Yeah, openers. We have right, heavy attack.
Yeah,
And
heavy.
left, heavy attack.
So there's a theme here, right? That every single, like you can do front dodge as well, but
You can do front too.
there's a theme where like every time you can do an attack, you always have a light and heavy version. Like, usually we don't really do this. So again, it's a sign of things to come.
All right.
It is a sign of things to come. This is a weapon master after all.
Exactly, right?
You should be able to do all these moves,
should be
right?
able to
There's
do
big groundwork being laid here. I can tell.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm
So
funny.
let's get into the good stuff.
I told her, hold on,
We'll swap back
I'm
to
doing
the
this
lights.
reaction. She said, I don't
They
understand,
start
but
enhanced, like I
alright.
said. You can follow these up with another
She
light
said, I don't understand,
in any
but all I
direction
know is you need time, so alright.
all the time. Now,
Oh,
the top
what was
one
that?
You would have seen there. It's a bit of an extra property there. This is an undodgeable follow-up on the light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the hammer that fast?
Kind of same thing.
What's
Not the
kinda
hammer.
cool here too is that I don't know if players have probably noticed by this time. That second hit, that second light, always use one of the weapons that's on Sohei's back.
Oh, okay, I was right.
Depending on which.
I'm about to say, yo, he
style
doing that fast.
right?
Told
We're
you,
using
look,
that Tetsubo.
hitting this nigga with the
Using
bat, the hammer.
Side,
Let's
wherever it is.
oh,
yeah,
there
right?
we go. Let's do that
Do it
again.
again.
There we
So-
go.
We're using like different weapons. So that was the kama, and then if we try it on this side, it's a bit of the katana there. So it's
Yeah.
every single time that you use a light in your chains, probably your heavies as well.
Oh, so on the right you use
They
like the
absolutely
sickle.
all use
and-
the special
what is that?
extra weapons that Sohei is carrying. Which
I'm not sure what the other weapon
Exactly.
is.
So
We
we'll
have
The
the same
sickle
weapon,
and
right?
something
the same
else.
rotation again.
If you're on the right side, on the left, you use the
Heavy.
mallet looking weapon in the
Heavy
back.
follow-ups. You would have noticed that
Wow.
that's an unblockable attack there. So you know,
Okay, the katana and that
dodging there.
the saw might be
Same
lights,
on the sides.
and the mallet might be a heavy.
With a heavy follow-up, you can see, you know.
Oh,
the
I'm wrong
follow-ups being
completely.
Used every single time.
All those
Same
different
on
weapons we use. I'm gonna shut up so y'all can hear
So for
them.
everybody that was like, you're not gonna be able to use all your 7 weapons or whatever, you use every single one of them during your kit. Not related to
We
feats,
literally
everything.
just counted to 7, right? There
Yeah,
are
right.
weapons if
We
you.
counted to
That's pretty
7.
good, right?
As was established, a little less than 1,000, but still 7 is.
I thought it was he
we
was
never
gonna have like
got
3 different
that.
stances.
We really.
I'm
try to
glad.
put
I'm
it
glad
back
it's
to
like
what
this.
we did
I
in
mean,
the
it's fine regardless.
I mean, also his bash, he smacks people with his hand too. So there you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there's even more.
Count as a weapon.
Those
Now
fucking
very important
forearms,
to note,
those
you know,
Raider
for
forearms.
our
I ain't never
very
seen no monk
these
look like
players
this.
asking, you know, it's slow. What are the timings here? The heavy attacks are slow, but the light attacks did 400 MS follow-ups.
Yeah.
So they're pretty fast.
Yeah.
So they kind of
Top is undodgeable,
Up is
again, to make sure that if people are going to go, hey, I can, I want to make sure that I can, I'm not just going to mash dodge and beat all the lights. Well, actually, top is undodgeable, so you can't just mash.
Yes, they have undodgeables, bro. I love that. I wish Jordan would get his undodgeable light back, because all people do is spam dodge attack.
Follow-up has different properties. So
That's all they do is
heavy,
spam dodge.
follow-up
They just dodge all
have
game.
extra damage.
So I'm
more
enjoying
than the
that.
Other heavy follow-ups would do. The left side bleeds the target. Get a little bit of damage over time there. And the right side pins the target. So you can see the weapon master has tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, you want to use different
Like you
attacks,
stomping like
different
you sumo.
situations. It's pretty cool.
Sumo wrestler.
Nice.
Right.
I don't really
So,
know the history of how
You might have
like,
noticed,
they
you know,
work.
we're always pressing the same button twice to get into those second weapons. Now, there is another move that can kind of use these weapons, and it's our zone attack. Now, our zone attack, as our players know, is a combination of a light attack and a heavy attack, which means you can follow that attack up with a light and heavy attack as well. So let's start from the right here. I'll follow up with a light attack.
Okay.
We'll do the same zone attack into a top
All right.
light attack. Let's see.
I haven't been
if we
paying
can,
attention if you have hyper.
change
Doesn't have
that
hyper
fast
on
enough.
that.
There we go.
Everything.
Good stuff. And we'll do the same on
get
the
a
right,
parry there, I saw that.
on the other side.
See my extra.
See those reaction speeds.
There we
Okay,
go. We'll
JC,
if
I
we
see
can
you,
do it
bro.
on the Other side. There we go. Those were the light attacks, and you can do the same with the heavy
Yeah,
attacks
yeah.
as well. Now, why is all of this stuff important? Why is it important that you can access all these weapons? Now, you would have noticed JC very skillfully, completely
gonna say,
unscripted, blocked everything, dodged everything I
It
threw
was
at him.
not planned at all.
So I'm going to ask
It
him
felt
to
a
not.
little practice, maybe
Yeah.
just a little.
I'm going to ask him to not do it now
Oh.
and just get hit.
There's
this
one
is
thing
hard to
before
ask.
we go into that, right?
Oh,
one thing we need to mention really is that you have a zone attacking chains as well, right?
This is true. You can use a zone attack as an extender. So if I do my light here, I can follow up with a zone attack. It's very smooth. It's
Yeah.
very smooth. I
Okay.
can continue my chain entire time. And the same goes for the right. It's for the heavy attacks here. Up into a zone extender, and you would have.
That one
seen
got
the
range, it
on there.
seemed,
Yeah, it's armored, so
Wh-
that's really
which might be fine
powerful.
because it seemed like you get the most range from
I
that
think it was
weapon. I
very
forget what they
smooth.
said the name of it was.
Some top tier animation work.
Amazing.
Stomping. I
We'll
wonder
get
what
the
that is.
animation
We'll get
team a
into
little
it.
bit, but
Give them all the time and all the credits
Did amazing.
shortly.
yeah. So what's special about these weapons? Because I kept blocking them. I guess there's probably a reason why, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
trying not
better
to get
than
hit
me.
too
That's
much.
fine. So let's get hit. So we'll start with the lights. Oof, didn't dodge that one, right? So what? There's a glow now.
Oh, what is
Something
this? What
happened.
is this? Like the little white thing on top?
Something
I thought it was
happened.
gonna be
This is
50
happening in
feet.
every single direction. As I'm using the weapons on my back, I'm kind of getting into what we call the soul stance. You know, we
Ah.
talked about the soul. the soul
Okay,
sector,
he does have a
The
stance.
souls of our enemies are in these weapons. Every time we hit, there's the pin on the right.
Okay,
Heavy
you
follow-up.
did say that was gonna be pinned.
Same at the top. I keep collecting souls.
It's got a lot of souls going on
There's a
there.
lot of
Yeah,
souls.
right.
Pretty good.
Now, the concept of this soul collector, the Sohei here, is we wanted to add a mini game to his design, right? We wanted to have players
Have
think
more
a little
fun.
bit ahead of what they're gonna throw at their opponent, and
No-
have a bit
no
of this
nigga
mini game
thinks
of
in
collecting
Toronto
the
that
souls,
much.
getting
At
the
all,
souls
bro.
up,
They just
so that
throwing shit.
time you get all of the souls up,
Yeah.
Oh, he red. Okay, I thought it was gonna be his feet.
Yeah.
They're red now.
I remember seeing that red in the trailer, and I'm like,
Right.
I wonder, like, some weird things happening. I don't know. They're going into the.
Oh, he bleeding, dude. They said,
I don't know
what
what's
move?
happening.
Yes.
I forget what weapon he just hit him with, but I know he said one of them was
He's
gonna
powered up. And
bleed.
there was lots of speculation on what that meant.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm not sure what.
uh,
Please show us because I have no idea.
let's just let the game speak for itself.
Of course, right?
Oh,
Nice. He has a bash, and then it
I'm old,
resets.
I can't really read the combat log there, but I believe this says
95.
95
Yo, look at the
damage,
damage.
so-
95 damage.
So
that's
essentially
a lot.
that move, but so that move you can only do it when you have all souls active, right?
Correct.
And
So,
only off
okay,
of the front
I'm gonna let them
bash,
Only off-
and it's off of a zone attack input.
That's right. So if you front dodge bash without the soul's zone attack, you just throw your zone attack. But
Like another attack or whatever, but yeah.
exactly right. But if you have your 6 souls, you unlock the special move, the 7-4 strike, using that Yari, using all the power of your souls to kind of embed your opponent there, dealing massive damage.
Extremely
That was
high
tough.
This is a scary moment. We've seen it on the floor when
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Sohei has all those souls up. It's scary, and he counts as well, right?
Yeah, right. Every time you you gain one soul, he counts. It doesn't really matter which weapon is getting the soul first, but he's gonna count from 1 to 6, like we've heard in the trailer.
We have, yeah.
Actually 1 to 5, and then he screams something else that we've probably heard there. But the idea here is really, you want to be able to hit with all of your weapons to activate that special mode. All those souls are per weapon, so you have to land a hit with that weapon to gain a soul on that weapon. I can't just like keep mashing top lights or top heavies and getting on the other weapons. It's you have to hit once per weapon to get all that sort of stuff going.
Okay.
Crazy.
But at the same time, like, if that was the only way to really gain souls, it would be really, really, really hard, right? Like there's a lot of attacks here that
Oh, it's another way.
parry, they're gonna block, they're gonna dodge.
'Cause I was gonna say you might not see this in games unless you in fours.
Master. Of course, there are other ways.
course,
There's
yeah.
always more.
Let's see the other ways
So
then.
I've showed our dodge attacks, or kind of forward light attack in this case. These can follow up with, let me just do that correctly here, with a light attack. But not only that, it can follow up from a light attack from any stance. The same goes for our heavy dodge attacks.
Nice.
Dodge to the right, follow up with the top. Dodge to the left, follow up with the right.
So I see a theme forming here where basically every option that Sohei has that is, not like from neutral heavies or whatever, there's a reason why there's light and heavy sprint. There's a reason why there's light and heavy front dodge and side dodge.
I haven't been paying
to get
attention to
into
the
those
damage
things,
of
because the
these.
chain flow of this year was kind of unique, where it's always using the same button twice. So because of this, you need to have a side dodge light into light, or a side dodge heavy into heavy, right? We want to be able to reach into these things.
Man, I love the
There's
pin
a
on
lot
that.
more reason as to why am I using.
It makes
the
sense for them to have a
heavy
pin,
version.
though.
They have different properties as well, right? So the side dodge heavy has a big swipe, where the side dodge light, for example, has a little poke. So sometimes you want to use the swipe, sometimes you want to use the poke. It doesn't really matter, but it also kind of depends on at what point you're at in your game plan. Which weapons do you want to activate their souls from?
Gotcha.
That's right. Now we have a couple more. I'll run very quickly through these, so we want players to see the whole kit, right?
Yeah,
Of
right.
course. So we've already showed the forward dodge bash, I believe. So this can follow up as well. We said that early on. This can follow up with lights or heavies, again from any stance.
Yeah, against Remy Guns. This is kind of unique. We don't have that. It's very rare that we have this. Actually, they're dedicated follow-ups, but so they deal like we were able to tweak the damage.
11 damage.
Everything's good, but they are stance-based. So if I do I can do a heavy from this side, or I can do a heavy from that side, right? So these have pretty good trajectories.
They're 11,
Again, so if
though.
you want to be in a group
11
fight,
damage.
if you want to cover your sides, you can. You can still go top if you want, but it's all kind of really around the hero's game plan of.
So it's a forest,
What
so they
attack do I want to use in what situation?
So, like, if you,
Also think about
like if
which
two people around
soul
you,
do I
you
wanna
can bash
activate
and then swing in,
get to
hit the other
by
guy,
7
flip
force.
the other guy.
That's right. That's right. Now there's a couple of cool
As
things
well.
that we've kind of added to this kit, just to we realize that sometimes maybe you want another option. So we talked about the zone extender. Gonna throw that into your kind of combo. So I'll follow up here on the right and kind of zone. Let me just do a proper zone extender here. Up. Now
I feel like people gonna play like that though. They're just gonna
to parry, right?
mash out
You might
moves.
think that, every opponent's gonna parry that easy. So we added the
That's
option
slower,
to
though.
soft feint this attack
Which one?
into a guard break.
What? That's fire, bro. I'm gonna have fun on this character,
We've gushed
bro.
about how good these. Let me just hit you. How good these animations are. Oh, let me also just.
We got hyper armor on that.
So smooth.
It is like honestly
smooth.
that again we'll have the animation team come later, but this is like one of the smoothest soft feints I've seen in the game. I'll do it from my point of view if people players want to see like a little bit more.
That looks good.
Like
That actually
control,
looks
you can
good.
soft feint into guard break. It feels like amazing, and then if I go into a
There's
light,
no
for
way.
example, again like it feels extremely seamless. It's gorgeous.
That looks
But
good.
I
Shout out
guess
to the
there's a
animation
reason why
team.
you're showing us guard break, right?
Right.
Yes, there is a reason I'm showing guard break because there's an extra kind of follow up from a regular guard break. So if you do successfully guard break an enemy, you can follow up
Start,
3 hits,
start shinking that nigga.
getting all glows for that follow up type. So 3.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
If you are having trouble getting that last weapon out, just catch the opponent off with that guard break. Follow up with whatever you're missing. Bam, you're ready to go.
Yeah, right. So
Yo,
basically,
the
you're like
hammer move
command,
is
so
funny
you
as
do
shit to
guard
me.
breaks and what do you
Hit the nigga on top of his head like that.
You can get 3 souls.
Man, that armor
every
that
time
JC
you
got
also
on
light
y'all
soul,
looks so
heavy
good.
soul
The
to
mask
light, or
looks
heavy,
so
heavy,
good.
heavy. You can't switch them midway, so we want to players to commit a little bit more there. Makes it a little bit harder to get all the souls active. But it's pretty interesting, right? Because you can do that. And then you can off a guard break. You also have a zone attack. If what you want to do is regular damage, right? Because the important thing here is normally off of a guard break, you
24
want to be able to
damage.
execute somebody. You want to be able to do 24 damage with a heavy.
Yeah.
Those lights and heavies deal a lot less damage. But we want players to still have the option to be able to, I'm going to throw something that will deal, again, the regular damage and potentially execute as well, which is kind of different there as well.
Yep.
We have sometimes zones that execute. They're really rare. But in this case, it also applies to the neutrals only. That one can also execute, and the chain one as well. So it kind of fits in with that trick here. And also, something that's not super obvious, after light, I can go straight into my chain.
Oh, okay.
You can keep extending
Keep
your
going.
flow after those like 3 little pokes that you have, or after heavies as well. So you're
So after that guard break and doing that move, that's a quick feint because you know somebody gonna dodge.
It feels really good.
Quick feint.
Absolutely. And there's one final thing we want to show just before we jump into a little bit of setup here is I'm going to throw a heavy top at you here. Just to show,
let me just like get rid of all of my
this is true.
souls there.
Yeah. Just an opportunity
do that
to
again.
simple
Bro, that looks
strike
so
there, yeah.
good,
All
bro.
right, okay, cool. So throw me a top heavy.
Throw a top heavy at you, parry that one, up. Immediately follow up with a light or a heavy.
Or a heavy,
again,
yeah.
in any
Nice.
stance. You know,
Exactly. So whenever you parry, you kind of shortcut to your soul stance, which lets you use any of your soul weapons, right?
Okay.
So any of the 6 weapons that are there. Just as an FYI, so players are aware, we know we had an early access period. You're probably going to see a bunch of videos from influencers
yeah.
coming out soon. We know there's a slight issue here where if you perform a heavy parry and you throw a heavy follow-up, you can parry the follow-up, but it's a one-frame thing. We're working on a patch right now to solve this, to have a bit of a longer window. So we're aware of the issue. It's going to get fixed shortly, but not like as of tomorrow when it launches. So just so players are aware, we
okay.
know about this. You don't need to go into the bug reporter putting a bug if you want to. We know it's good. It's going to get fixed, but just so people are aware.
Gotcha.
But you can throw like so.
You said say something about it.
So you can do a dodge attack at me, for example, right?
oh, a light dodge attack, is it?
Side dodge. You can do a heavy.
Light dodge, light, yeah. Okay.
Right? So it works. I can throw a side heavy. I'm gonna get I can get all my stuff. So it's really interesting. You get all of your souls through this. So the hero's entire kit is really built around how do I get my souls? How does that go? Right? So now Mike is gonna go and set us up for us to show feats. And while he does this, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about some of the philosophy we had.
Get on to the feats of that 44 mode, y'all.
So far, this is
It's super
very
deep. And so
there's a
one
lot
of the
going
things
on
that
here.
so one of the things that we want to do is it's really unique. We want to build on this uniqueness. And it was the first time that we're trying to attempt to have an actual resource system.
Right.
We've never really had a resource system in For Honor before where you kind of have to build up a certain gauge or resource. It's something I've seen mentioned like a lot of times by players like, we should have that on like Yorm, for example, like with runes or whatever. So we've been thinking about it for a long time.
What you say about Yorm?
And we finally were able to build this with this hero. And with the concept of the 6 weapons, it came naturally to us to go, well, okay, cool. So we want to mail the hero that these weapons, and then when I hit with them, I gain something. We tried a bunch of different things. We tried something where like you would, if you're familiar with like more traditional fighting games, there's a concept called an install. If you want to give this to,
Yes,
I don't know if
just
something
like
happened. So there's a concept of an install, right? Well, when you activate something, you go into this really crazy powered up mode. We looked at this and it was like a bit too unpredictable, a bit too hard to control. So we really went towards, I'm getting all my resources, and once I have all of my resources, I gain access to a new move that deals a ton of damage, right?
Right.
That's super cool. Another thing that's super interesting in what we've done is, like you might have noticed from what we've had before in the, when Alex was talking earlier, that we can't quite customize the weapons. And that is very much on purpose. You'll be able to see, like, you know, like again, when we get back into the game, but as you look at the hero, you'll notice that like each of the handles has a different color. All the light attacks that you can use as Sohei have a white handle,
Okay,
and all the
I didn't know
heavy
that.
attacks that you can use to pick those weapons has a brownish handle, right? And they're set in a very, very specific area around you. So when she was talking about how it influences gameplay, a lot of what that means is we wanted to make sure that when you're looking at a Sohei, right, because that move is so dangerous, when you're playing against them, you want to go, okay, I want to make sure they don't get access to that move, because once they do, once they unlock it, I'm probably going to be in trouble. So if you look at a Sohei from a player perspective, you look at him like as your opponent. From left to right, it means that the first weapon is a left light, then it's left heavy, then it's top light, top heavy, and then on the side it's right light, then right heavy. So just by looking at him and looking at those souls, the ones that are activated, you can tell which weapons he has used, which ones.
Yeah, I
are
figured people
activated,
were going to do
but
that.
also which ones he wants to use.
Right.
And so because it is like the Sohei really, really wants to have all 6 of those souls activated, so it kind of gives you a bit of a.
So that's why it's
game
good
of
that
going,
there's other ways
okay,
to get
he's
to
missing
it.
only one. He's
Because
only
now
missing
he can
his
feint,
left light.
guard break,
Clearly,
and
he's
get
gonna
the
wanna
other
use his left
souls.
light, so I'm going to make sure that because they're 400 MS, they're hard
And
to
since
block,
he knows
I'm gonna
that you
try to
want,
really
the Sohei wants to
the
do
left
that,
light,
the Sohei will
so
guard
I'm
break
always
you
gonna
and
block
just
in that stance.
maybe get the
That
stabs on the
unlocks
sickle or whatever. You
mix
don't
up
got
from
the
my
souls
game
on.
from the Sohei's perspective, that my opponent is expecting this, I can do something else instead.
Right.
Right. So it's again, we wanted to like give that freedom and that type of mind game and thought behind. I need to use all of my attacks. I need to use all of my hits to unlock that big crazy hit. It's not necessarily easy. We had to give shortcuts with the guard break and all sorts of stuff to be able to get into it a little bit easier, so that it makes more sense. So it's really a different hero there.
Yeah.
The other thing that we did that we wanted to make it super unique was the flow, right? As I mentioned earlier, there's like, it's only light or heavy, and also in a fun twist, if you press zone, you press both buttons, so you get access to both light or heavy afterwards. So you really want to use your zone attacks with this hero, because it'll chain to either your light or your heavy, so it gives you a bit more freedom as to where you're going to be going, which weapons you're going to use, makes you a little bit more unpredictable, but at the same time, there's slower attacks, they're a bit more complicated, so it's kind of different there.
Yeah.
The last
Those zones
is
probably clip you when you
something
dodge,
that
though.
When you're playing against Sohei, you have to respect his guard breaks. Much
Yeah.
more than a lot of other heroes,
See him.
because on a guard break, he gains 3 souls every single time. And so that is extremely
Wow.
scary. Which
It is. It is.
that slow zone, it's a super easy parry, right? Like
And I
you
love
yeah,
guard
okay,
breaking,
parry
man.
it.
All the
Yeah,
dodging
there's a
people
soft hit to
do.
guard break with that. So it's super easy for the Sohei to read that you're going to parry, soft hit to guard break, and guess what? He gets 3 souls every time. So it's a lot of these like trickier situations where we wanted to integrate that mindset of, I have to be careful, I have to change my game plan, I have to adapt my game plan when I'm playing against this hero, depending on how many souls he has. If all 6 souls are activated, what's going to happen? How are you going to play against this, and how does it work? So it's super interesting. I find it gives us something really, really, really different for this hero, and a different type of game plan when you play as him and when you play against him. So it's very, very unique.
I don't think it could be like understated, like how unique this is, like how no other hero
It's
does
different.
what this hero does.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, just all the ways that you're talking about here. But it's almost like you'd have to be a weapons master of sorts to be able to pull off all these crazy moves. So I think the fantasy really fits really
Yeah.
well here.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
All right, cool. So now we want to have a look at feats.
We're set up.
Cool. We're set up for feats.
Oh,
We're
Awesome.
set up for feats.
Just a quick
Ooh.
note, the feats right now are set up on like super fast cooldown. we'll like Mike will like nicely explain tell the cooldowns and the values for each and every feat, so you don't have to go crazy. We're aware that like these are gonna go really fast. It's normal. Don't worry about it.
They do this every time.
So Mike,
Just so we ain't waiting around
Let's
for
do
feats.
this. So 4 feats, 4 unique.
I love his
feats
idle
for
stance.
This hero.
Like him just stomping, like he's like
Over
tripping
here.
over there.
Let's start at the first one.
Oh no, he was moving.
First
Okay,
feat,
that's his
feat
movement. He
one
do stomp a lot.
is a target active. You target an enemy, throw that at the enemy, and that is a defense debuff.
So we take more
That
damage from
defense
that.
debuff is 25% armor debuff. It lasts for 20 seconds
Okay.
with a minute cooldown, so it's quite short.
yeah, you can do it quite often. But one of the things that is interesting here is that like I'm gonna we're not really gonna see the damage values here, but Sohei's baseline damage is lower than other heroes, except for that crazy strike there. But generally, he's gonna deal less damage than other heroes to compensate for the fact that he gets access to that big move once he does get all of his gold,
95
all of
damage,
his souls
okay.
there. So what's interesting here is that like that defense debuff puts him back
So solid damage. Okay. So that's good for fours. That's fine.
Than other heroes.
And I understand the low
without
damage
that
though.
feat active on your opponent.
Nigga be
So
doing
you wanna
if he was
act- you
doing
wanna
big
activate
damage, then he
your
gets you with
more
that
damage
95.
a little bit higher into the fight. And we'll see how it kind of flows with the rest of the stuff. That's pretty interesting.
Correct. So I'm just gonna get some souls on you now, because the second feat here.
Why he didn't get the souls?
Of course.
And when y'all seen this, I wasn't paying attention. I don't want to play it back.
Guard break me.
I'll guard broke you.
But
Up.
when he does the bash into that move that does 95,
There
does that
is only available when you have the 6.
pierce you in the ground to where you can't move? Or can you dodge? You probably can dodge after that.
It's gonna grade out.
You gotta be able to.
For me, it's active, and when you use it, this will consume all 6 souls and heal you to full.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm gonna deal enough damage to you so you go like really low.
I was gonna say, now when you say full, you mean
I mean,
full.
full health. Wow. Here we go, nice and
Right. So you're really low.
up. Let's get that up again. Hop. Do the same here again. Very scary. Appreciate you not dodging.
It looks so cool, bro. Like, look at
So,
that.
Consume. Boom.
Boom. Back to
Full back to
So
HP.
that's a game changer.
That's a game
It
changer.
gives the Sohei lots of options, but it also it adds to him being so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love how they incorporated all the weapons.
I will just gather up my souls here again. Feat 3, as you guessed it, interacts with the soul system.
I'm noticing a theme here.
There's a theme here.
Pretty good.
You see, you would have maybe even seen it, spotted it earlier. My hands are
attack
going. My
buff.
feet is blinking in the HUD there. When this feat gets unlocked and you have your 6 glows,
6 souls. Yeah.
your 6 souls there, then you deal extra damage.
Nice.
So this can combine with that that first feat, that defense debuff, to now put you above the power curve a little bit. So this is a 25% damage buff, and it is passive. There's no cooldown on this or anything. It is just active as long as you have your 6 souls. If you lose them, it's gone.
Yeah. If you die, if you lose them, if you use them, it's gone. Right. So what I really like about the way we approach this is, again, we wanted to play with that resource system as much as possible. So our second feat, giving you a full heal if you use all your souls, is kind of interesting because then you have to sacrifice the potential damage output of the third feat, but also you give up the ability to use that move.
And that fourth one looked like he
So
just give you the souls.
A lot, again, it's focused around like thinking about what situation am I in? Do I want to use that feat? Do I want to use that move? The third feat is interesting because it puts you back at like normal power, maybe a little bit above sometimes. But then, if I use my 7/4 strike, I lose that buff, right? So it's, do I always want to use it? If I'm fighting against somebody that's at super low life, maybe it's not worth using it. If I'm against somebody that's like super high life, maybe it'll be worth using. If I'm close to dying, and it's better that I don't die, then maybe I want to heal instead. So it's everything is kind of surrounds that concept of, I'm getting that resource, and then it's intelligently spending it. It's being thoughtful about when do I want to spend it, why do I want to spend it, what are the different situations. That's super interesting.
Man, bro, I love that mask, y'all.
We can
I know I
also
keep
show,
saying
here,
it,
right,
but
so you have
I
it
love how the
I'm not
hair
gonna
is.
show it because you're going to kill me basically one shot.
Yeah.
But then apply feat 1 to me,
So feat 1, boom.
and then
Go.
do that 7/4 strike.
Now 7/4 strike. Huh. Kill.
First of all,
Wow.
amazing animation here, right?
There you
I
go.
died.
You killed.
That looks good. But at the same time, we can see the damage log. This dealt.
Oh my goodness.
Feet 1.
It did
active on themselves
149.
And feet 3 active.
Y'all
on
seen
themselves,
that? I didn't
which
even
is
peek till just then.
149 damage. So what this means is it basically one-shots the entire roster, with the exception of like if you have defense buffs on yourself or whatever. There's things that can kind of activate their shields or whatever, but somebody normal that doesn't have any buffs on themselves, that's at full health, this will one-shot them every single time. It's a lot of damage. You need to have a lot of stuff coming together. You need to have your feet 1 active on the person. You have to have your feet 3 active on yourself, so you have to have unlocked it as well. But once all the stars line up, all the souls line up,
Yeah, literally,
you
all the
get
souls.
to one-shot somebody.
God
once in a while.
damn.
It doesn't happen super often.
Oh, not often at all.
It's-
Can you
it's
interrupt that?
very,
I hope
very,
you
very dangerous.
interrupt that to save your homie or
And
something.
It kind of forces players to go, oh no, there's a Sohei nearby.
Yeah.
Oh no, does he have all of his souls?
Oh, I can hear
Oh,
him
no.
counting.
But
Oh,
if
God.
you do, then it's we better gang up on him,
Yeah.
because if
Yeah,
you
we gotta
die,
jump
you
that
lose
nigga.
all of your souls.
Yeah.
So it kind of messes a bit with the meta, and when this hero is in a group fight, because he's a terrific, insane ganker. Because from outside you can just go, I'm gonna bash you, one shot you. It's fine. So you want to be maybe potentially like focus on him a little bit more, get into that mode, get into that kind of refocusing and changing how you approach team fights in general. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more later, but it's a lot of why we're building this hero as well is to go around with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, feat 4.
There's a feat 4, the big feat. Once you've unlocked that, you'll notice I have no glows. I just, death blowed. The 7-fold strike, just one hit. JC here. What if I wanted yet another shortcut? Yes, he did revive. I can press this button, simple press of a button, scary mode. There we go.
I figured.
Powering up. I have all
Powering up.
Wow.
souls available.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is a
and,
long
and when he
cooldown.
put that on,
It's a 3-minute
he gets
cooldown.
the attack buff
Use
too.
this wisely.
I figured that's what it was.
You won't be using it every team fight. You do have to work
Yeah.
for your souls. But once you do have it, again, this is kind of that element of surprise. Changed up the team fight, and hopefully one hit somebody.
Yeah. Big burst of damage available when that happens.
I feel like
I
people
think
just
we need to
gonna,
see it
they're just
one
gonna
more time,
dodge,
please.
y'all.
I'm gonna go
Like the
back
moves
to
be
the-
cool
One
when you
more
can
time.
use them when it do land,
On the
but
stairs
people
here,
dodge
maybe a
so
bit of
much.
camera
So
work.
you're at full
Have you
health
played
right now,
Ron? You know
but
that's
let's
all
go
people
off
do.
what happens when
Orochi,
you're at full
Gladiator,
health.
just so many
Yeah, so
characters
just
always
for
play.
clarification,
They just
that was
spam dodge
without the
attack.
debuff.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So now I have the
Every
debuff
time I'm
going.
red, even if you try to guard break, you'll get hit sometimes. You always got to be the one to be patient.
Oh,
One
that's
shot.
a lot of damage.
Sometimes
That
you
is a lot of
still
damage.
you'll
It
get
is
hit by their
extremely
attack, even
scary.
though you baited it
Yeah,
out.
that weapon's like shaking a little
Yeah,
bit.
It's terrified. of
yeah,
it.
it's terrifying.
terrified of what just happened.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the idea here,
That
right?
was-
So
that was
the-
crazy.
We wanted to really build.
Shout out to the hero, y'all. Tomorrow, man.
How the hero.
It's already
plays.
won
Yeah.
right now, man. I'm gonna try to get this video out
Really
fast.
interact really,
As soon as this
really
joint in.
with the hero's feet, hero's fight kit.